Welcome to 108 Gates. We're doing a general reading today just to check in, see where we're at. So whenever you come to it, that'll be when it's hopefully some use to you. So here we go. Hope you're well. Two of Swords. Definitely agree with that. So the energy at the moment is, it's like teeter-tottering. Can't commit this way, can't commit that way, want to do this, but this is coming up. Commitments are divided, commitments are scattered. So even if you're focused on trying to get something done, or you're focused on something completing, it's like it's being distracted, it's being the attention's being divided, and it doesn't feel comfortable. This could be, for those of you who are going through it, this could be a moment of that tear. It could be the moment of the split. It could be the moment of the decision needs to be made. So this is asking for real careful contemplation of what you're asking for, real careful contemplation of what are you willing to tolerate and not tolerate. So if your energy is feeling irritated or aggravated by something, it's definitely going to be asking you to take a moment to think about it, think it through, think about it slightly deeper than you're willing or able to. And I think the split is the requirement of the split is to take things a bit more deep, is requiring you to take a bit more decisive action. As I'm saying, it feels like that's the split. So if you're catching yourself in the next few days or whenever you're around this video saying things like I don't know, I don't quite understand, or whatever, this is an indicator of you either need to do some research to find out which side you're on. You need to do some inner work to find out which decision are you making, what outcome do you want, essentially. So if you focus on the outcome you want, or a particular kind of outcome you want, even if you don't know what the outcome is right now, it's about focusing on the direction you need to go for an outcome which is relevant and suitable for you. So it may be that you have to turn to the divine guidance. It may be that you have to turn to deeper inner guidance, so that you know exactly which is the correct direction for you, what is the correct thing for you to ask for, what is the correct thing for you to focus on, and really focusing your attention on that. If it seems unrelated to the thing that's creating some confusion, don't get stuck in that, don't get lost in that, because the galactic energies, the planetary energies right now are really asking for you to expand your consciousness, expand your contemplation strategies, contemplation skills, and find a way of detaching from some things, from detaching from being indecisive, letting go of being indecisive, and finding that courage and confidence to step in the direction which is more suitable for you, which is actually for you and for your higher good. So this is going to take a bit of courage, it's going to take a bit of decisiveness. Well, it's going to take a lot of decisiveness. So interestingly, you have the Frog and Lotus come out. Hopefully that's Frog and Lotus, and it says metamorphosis, but for the metamorphosis to occur, you have preparation come out. So the preparation for this metamorphosis is things like being decisive, because if you're indecisive, you remain in limbo. If you tolerate certain things that you're not happy with, or you're tolerating certain things that are just not going to be part of your long-term plan, or you don't want in your long-term plan, then you have to be really, really adamant that you do not want this now, you do not want this carrying on into the future the way it is at the moment. It needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be refined, it needs to be strategized. And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling my throat being pulled into the precision of the words. I'm feeling the precision of the words being really important. So I don't know, indecisive, don't quite know, don't know where to commit. Then commit to something that you're sure about. find out, what am I sure about? I'm sure that I want to be achieving A, B, and C. I'm sure that I want to have this, that, and the other as an outcome. Commit to that. Where that feels good, where that feels where it does not feel and it feels decisive, follow that lead, follow that it keeps coming up and I keep feeling it so strong. So with the it just feels like something's stuck. It's like the ums are like a nail and a string, or you when somebody catches their cardigan or a jumper or something on a handle of a door or something like that. It's like the stopping and the juttering, the judding of something. So the smooth flow of it needs to be smoother for it to be able to propel forward and get some momentum built up behind it. I'm going to get a different deck of cards. Let's go for the tattoo. Making decisive actions, King of Wands, choosing your direction. So you've got the two of Swords and the Chariot. That shows that there could be one way or other you're going. The metamorphosis and the preparation for this metamorphosis is really focusing on that commitment to yourself, commitment to your bigger picture, commitment to the wholesome bigger picture, rather than just tolerating things, then compromising things. And there's another word that wants to come through, but I don't quite feel it at the moment. So there's celebrations that are wanting to be happening. There are celebrations that you've had that were unfulfilling, they were unfruitful, they didn't lead to the outcome you wanted. So what I mean by that is, there may have been times when you were, for example, so this is a great example, when someone starts a new job, I've used this before, so if you've heard it before, you'll know what I'm going to about to say. When someone starts a new job, they have these expectations that everything's going to be hunky-dory, but 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, that lackluster feeling starts coming in again. It's like, oh, it's not what I expected. It's like, well, you set the expectation of it being something that it's not. You set the just because it's new and fresh, it's more about sustaining it and maintaining it. So having a realistic perspective of when you're going into something. This could be, therefore, a way to find out where you're actually wanting to be heading and what outcome you kind of want, because, or you do want, because when you're you can't be decisive and you're pulling back on the actual things you want. So when you're being decisive and when you're being indecisive, you pull back from when you want with the but when you're being decisive, you're going forward decisively, obviously, and then it's feeling a lot more slimline, it's feeling a lot more practical and easy flowing, lots of energy flowing through. So it's about releasing these blocks. There is a playlist, a chakra playlist with tuning forks. If you just press all and literally let it go up and down, that might knock all these out. So there is a playlist, tuning forks, and you can just press play all and just let it go through. It's 3 minutes for each chakra, but they're split into 1 minute and 2 minute ones, so you can do that extra sharp, quick busting, blowing away, blowing out. Right, so the things that are stopping the from being dispersed, dissolved, is the pain that's associated with it. So there may be certain aspects of pain that have locked into the cellular memory, that have locked into the long-term memory, that have locked into the emotional attachments to things, or the it's like frozen. Do you do fight, fright, flight? Frozen. What are you doing because of this pain that maybe it's really making me annoyed. This is the indecisiveness. So when there's that commitment to something, the momentum goes forward, but with the with the oohs and the ahs, it's just like, it's not going to have that same momentum. This has to be cleared up. This is part of the preparation. So for you to have that metamorphosis as easily as possible, the more cleaning up you do now, the better. Hence, utilise your resources. have a look in the past playlist. There are playlists for each zodiac sign too, so they are on a cyclical thing, so whenever you come to them, that's when it could be useful for you. Have a look at the titles. So I'm going to get one more card and then wrap this up, because it feels like there's so much here that I'm actually getting frustrated with it. Don't get frustrated, work through it. Another Three of Cups. Work on the Three of Cups that's going to work for you. Work on the celebrations that you want. Work on those outcomes that you want. What outcomes do you want to achieve? That means you're going to have to process some of the pain. You're going to have to let go of some of that pain. You're going to have to go through some of that pain that you've been avoiding or numbing from. So metamorphosis is on the card, literally on the table. I feel like I'm supposed to say that because it's like it's an option. The metamorphosis now requires some preparation. So not only is it the split, not only is it the tear for that split, you got to decide which way you're going in, because the metamorphosis is going to go in the direction of that split, of that tear. Prepare for it now and you'll be fine. Not prepare for it, then you'll be going on a different trajectory. That's all it is. It's not that it's bad or good, it's just simply what are you choosing, and be ready to live with that choice. So if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell. Until next time, peace and love.